Hello guys, and welcome to my videos once again. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button and share if you want. If you don't want to, no problem. Okay, so I'm here today to talk a little bit about two things. First thing I want to mention once again, my beautiful Ibanez Geo model, RG70 whatever, and I've read some guys on the internet that's very cheap guitar. It is indeed, but I have to say that I'm very happy with it, and I've locked the tremolo. I'm not using it all because it will not stay in tune, of course, but the rest, the pickups are not bad at all. I've plugged in my Boss Katana and other amps, and comparing to my Gibson Les Paul and Strat, I'm not disappointed at all. It has a lot of definition. It's I don't know if you guys can see in the camera. I need a better camera because this one won't capture my face, huh? And it's a beautiful face. Well, the action is very low, like I like it, and I'm relearning to play this kind of neck because it's a very thin neck, and I'm more used to the Les Paul 50 necks and the Strat. But this was my kind of first guitar, sort of speaking, because I had a bunch of Ibanez, and it's where I learned to play guitar, basically RGs and 7 strings and stuff like that. So it's a very beautiful guitar with quilt maple top, and probably gonna change the pickups in the near future and the pots, but that's it. Nothing else to change around here. Not that I'm aware. It doesn't have any issues at all. Okay, regarding the sound, this is about the guitar. I'm using, as you guys can see now on my screen, I'm using the bias by Positive Grid, and in my chain I have a gate, then I have an EQ. All my settings are here. Okay, then I have a drive, kind of a tube screamer. Then I have this plexiglass, probably Marshall. The drive is the gain, it's a maximum because it's not a very high gain tube amp. I mean, the cabinet I have 4x12 V30s with a 757 around here. I got the delay inside the plug-in, just a little bit. A reverb, also just a little bit. Digital reverb. In the end, another EQ, removing some unwanted frequencies and boosting others. And then in Logic, I'm sending the signal to a stereo delay, so the sound is like this. Very cool ping pong. Okay, so one thing I want to talk to you about today is picking techniques. And we all know that there's alternate picking, there's economy picking, and then there are both called hybrid picking. And that's my favorite one because I got used to play, and this applies only when you have 3 notes per string, of course, because if you're doing the regular pentatonic scale, you're going to always alternate. If you're not alternating, you should, okay, because this is very easy to play. But when you're doing like 3 notes per string, like in the major scale in G, this is one of the shapes to do the major scale, of course, and there's more shapes to it. You can learn if you subscribe to my channel and if you want lessons with me. But sticking with the picking technique, I mostly use the hybrid picking, where it's a combination of alternate and economy, and mostly economy. And this is how it works on alternate, completely alternate. You're gonna do like, without sound, like down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Always alternating your pick, right? I don't find this very comfortable to me. So what I do is, and it makes some sense, is starting down, right here on the 3rd fret, 5th, and then 7th. So down, up, down, and now my pick, I don't know if you guys can see my right hand. I really doubt this camera is not really good. but I'm doing down, up, down. Now my pick is already towards the floor, so why should I do the opposite thing and do it up? You know, I know it makes some sense, and all the virtuoso style guitar players all do that. It's kind of like Petrucci and stuff like that. It's all very tidy. I prefer to do like this, you know, down, up, down. Now my pick is already pointed down, so I'm going to down again. Down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, and so on and so forth. So basically that's it. But so it sounds normally, instead of, I can't even do it anymore. It sounds like, you know, I always should be doing some warm-up before I do these videos, because I never do, and then mistakes happen. Okay, so proceeding. Now there's some trick here, not a trick, but kind of cool stuff is that sometimes, and then when hybrid thing comes into place, sometimes when you're playing a lick, like this one I'm going to play right now, that I've seen Paul Gilbert done a million times, what happens is that you start with your or at least I started with my economy picking, like down, up, down, and down again. Okay, but from here I'll start completely alternating my picking. So it goes down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just 4 notes, but the exercise makes you play alternate instead. Although you start in a economy way, it forces you to play in an alternate, in a natural way. I mean, okay, there's a bunch of things in other places, like probably here. So this is why it's called hybrid, because you start with one way, end up with another. So normally I start with economy picking, end up with alternate, in the middle it's economy again. So I never know. Only if I put my hands and video in slow motion, I'll probably figure it out. But I want to know. I don't care about that. As long as the notes ring and they are clear, I don't give a shit about that. So that's basically it, the tip I want to talk about today. So once again, repeating this one. A cool sound on the neck pickup. So what started as economy picking ended up in an alternate picking completely. But if I go on, the economy picking is there once again, and if I go on and go on and go on, sometimes alternate will appear again. So that's it. This only happens with 3 notes per string, because if you're doing chromatic stuff, it's 4 notes. It's everything alternated, of course. And this is a tip if you guys are wondering about your picking technique and how you should do it. You should think about it and play slowly, so you can realize what you're doing, instead of just going like this, you know? And look at your right hand to see how your picking is. Sometimes we struggle to make an exercise and think it's our left hand that's the guilty one, and it's not. It's the right hand that is not doing its job correctly. Of course, there's a lot of picking techniques and stuff like that to exercise and practice with your right hand. If you listen to bands like Pantera and stuff like that. This will help you if you can slow it down and start doing this on a regular basis to free up your right hand and have a more precise approach. Another one is this rhythm is from Sugar, old one, Bleed. And this is really hard to play, really, really hard to play. And it's all picking technique. And it sounds like this. Okay, guys, this is very hard to play. I'm still working on this. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's a small one, I think, and I hope this serves to you to think about a little bit about the picking ways you do it and how to improve it. So, if you liked the video, please subscribe, share, and like me on Facebook. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that things. And also, don't forget my online guitar lessons. There's the bonus videos for each lesson that I make with no extra charge. The links in the description below have all the info. Cheers, and keep on rocking.